Oh, you feel that? That's not the win. That's history coming through the airwaves tonight. It's week 11, Monday Night Lights, and we got a freaking dream matchup in South Philly. The 8-2 Buffalo Bills rolling in that Mafia fire, looking to break tables and break hearts. But wait a minute, here come the champs. 9-1 Philadelphia Eagles. You got Allen versus Hurts. You got Cook versus Barkley. You got two juggernaut defenses ready to collide like two friggin' freight trains. This ain't just a game. This is a war zone under the lights. Head to the Verse merch store, grab that fire, and join the family. Big Al's out of here. Strap in.
Tonight, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Bills under the lights on Monday night.
Thanks for having us in. Chill in the air. Folks are bundled in the seats and on the field like Tirico, Greg Olsen. A bit warmer up here in the booth. These cold weather games, Greg, always interesting to watch how it impacts the players down on the field.
Absolutely, and these nights are kind of tricky, Mike, right? It's how much do you want to spend preparing for it, thinking about it, and really letting it almost become like a mental factor leading into the game, but you also have to be prepared.
Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And a short pickup, too, about the 42-yard line. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. Marshall is on the move. On third down, it's Hurts. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
From the gun, it's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds, up past the 35-yard line. A big play after being backed up, and even 30 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of...
Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And as we move into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns. Hurts looking to throw on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead. It just doesn't work out.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Moore going in motion. On first and 10, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. In motion, Shakir. On first down, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's second and 3 to go. They go play action now. Here's Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get this just past the 45 as he's taken down. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Philadelphia. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He completes it to Marshall. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Again, Hurts. This one complete to Bryant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Hurts again. That'll be taken in by Barkley. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. To the air again. Hurts. Open man. Devontae Smith. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. Now Hurts going to call his own number. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
He'll keep this himself. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss to Barkley. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Hurts working in the pistol. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Hurts now. Out wide, here's Smith. They're going to stop him here, short of the goal line, but that flag is down, and it might set up a very interesting decision. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Bills' offense and running back James Cook making their way out. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. Moore going in motion. He'll go play action here with Allen. He'll get this out wide. Able to make one-man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
That one knocked away and incomplete. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again. On third down, it's Josh Allen.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. Here comes Jackson on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts to throw. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Man in motion is Brown. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. To throw, Hurts. This one into the hands of Marshall. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Here's Barkley. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown number 9 for the year. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He gets this complete to Shakir. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Throwing again, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Allen gonna throw again. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Allen gonna give it to Cook. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bills are on the board. It's now 10-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run it here with Saquon. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
He's going to keep it himself. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Man in motion is Brown. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Landon Dickerson, guilty on that one. Hurts, going to keep it on the option. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense. Still first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He completes it to Marshall. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Bills offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. He'll get this out to his running back. Here's 2nd and 6. The tight end Kincaid in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Marshall is on the move. Hurts to the air on 1st down. That's taken in left side by Smith. And will mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Now Hurts taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hurts. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On 1st down, it's Allen. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A 1st down throw for Hurts. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. The Eagles were led in the 1st half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Allen. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. To throw again, it's Allen. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Allen. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Passes kick is good. And the Bills cut the deficit down to 1.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
This one into the hands of Marshall. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. That's good for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Cook. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Once again, it's Cook. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in there on the stop. Third and 2. Now Allen. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
In motion, Shakir. Now Allen on first down. That is brought in at the 10. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Cook. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Tight end motioning left. Here's Allen. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game. So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw, Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He completes it to Marshall. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Again, Hurts. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. And in motion is Brown. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. So that's a good bounce back there. They'll get this back very close to that first down marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Hurts will try it again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And they've got it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. Throwing is Hurts. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Moore going in motion. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That one on target to Moore. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. Second down and 8. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Hurts working in the pistol. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Goddard. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Great. Set. Delta, set. Delta.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. This one complete to Bryant. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. Now Hurts gonna run a hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
In motion, Shakir. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They send him right out of the slot. From the gun, it's Allen. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing again, it's Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He gets this complete to Shakir. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
20-yard pickup there. Good for a Bills first down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Here's Allen to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down. I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
Here it is on 4th down. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Now it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Allen to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. Hurts looking to throw on first down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
This one into the hands of Marshall. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. Now Barkley. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense. And Josh Allen head back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Now Allen. He'll drop this underneath to Cook. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll go play action here with Allen. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there, and it'll be second down. To throw again, it's Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Moore going in motion. Now Allen facing third and long. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. Important punt here in this tie game late. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They'll come up for first and 10. A run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. The first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's third down and a few inches. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Man in motion is Brown. Now a first throw here in overtime. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Thank you.